Hey guys, Dan with S3 Archery here, and we wanted to do a quick initial review of the first bow of the year. We just got in probably about a month ago, a Great Northern Bushbow made for us specifically in the pure Michigan pattern, which is this pretty sweet green fiberglass look. We'll get a nice close-up of it in a little while. But Jerry put this together for us. We had probably about a 9 to 10 week wait, I think, if I remember correctly. But we kind of got into this because I was reading a book called Traditional Bowyers or something of that, pretty close to that, encyclopedia, and it had 30 or roughly that many of these bowyers that started 20 years ago, and kind of did a review of them, and then they went back and did a second edition, which is actually the one that I read, and then kind of redid a little information, added a couple. And I read about this Great Northern Longbow company, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And so went online, took a peek, and sure enough, they're still in business. They're still making bows. And not only are they doing that, but they're, I believe, one of just 2 companies that do this green fiberglass, which we thought is just amazing. When you go to their website, it just really, really caught my eye. Joe and I were kind of teasing each other a little bit because we had some Acadians ordered up, and we knew that those were going to take a while. We already had 2 custom bows coming. But God, do we need another one? Well, Joe had the Kodiak, and I was shooting that Shakespeare. Like, let's do it. We got to get a longbow. We got to get a longbow. So we ordered it up, and really, really excited about it so far. As you can see, it's got the green fiberglass, and then it has this jade diamond wood pattern in here. And then normally he does this with a green leather grip, but on the picture of the website, it shows it with a brown. It's kind of a concept art. We're like, we want that. We need it. So when we called him up, we asked for it, and he said, hey, it's not my normal, but I'll do it. And so he put it together for us here. We absolutely love it. Joe will get a couple of close shots here real quick. See if we can't zoom in on that baby. So pure Michigan. And that's the green color. It's also old school. You kind of get to pick and choose. We thought pure Michigan sounded real cool. Great Northern Bushbow. This one here, it's a 60 inch, and it's a 44 pounder at 28 inches. And we'll flip it over here. It's got a nice, he calls this a hunter finish, but it's kind of a matte finish. And then they got a signature little bead thing they do down here on the bottom of the grip on all his bows. Flip her over again. Nice little calf hair rest on there. Of course, shooting off the riser, absolutely. This is another cool feature about this bow. Let's see if Joe can get it. He does these power wedges in here, and so instead of having to do limb tip overlays, he actually adds that extra piece to match your riser wood. Right here you can see this sliver of green down the center that kind of terminates right here. That's to avoid having to put something on the front side, but it still lets you shoot fast flight. So this is Dyna 97, I believe, is the one on this one here. But so far it's been a lot of fun working with it here. Due to weather and family, haven't been able to get out quite as much as we want, but this will be the bow I'll be shooting here all summer long, and stumping, you name it. We're really going to put it through the paces. But like I said, it's 60 inches. Ideally 62 probably would have been perfect. I'm pretty much a 27.5 draw for the most part, and so, you know, when we called him up, he said if you went 60 you'd get probably a little more performance, but she's going to be a little stiffer. Or if we went 62, kind of a little bit more leeway in it, not quite as fast though. And I thought, you know, I shot the 55 Shakespeare. I love how tight it was. The Acadians we ordered up are going to be a little longer, so let's do 60. And so when we're out, it's going to be really nimble. And I mean, the thing is super light. You could carry this all day and not even know it. It is a one piece. What else can I tell you about it? The grip is a little, I mean, going from a recurve to a longbow, it's definitely challenging me. I had to work on a little bit skill, put some time in to build a relationship with this guy here. But bare shaft tuning so far, kind of an interesting thing. We, right now, tons of mosquitoes out here, boys. I hope you see them. It's kind of fun. But the GT Trads, this is a 55-75, which when you look up online, should be way too stiff for this bow. But this arrow here, it's 29.5. I draw to 27.5, but she's still hitting the target a little bit weak, and this is with a 125. You look at the calculators, it shouldn't be the case, and I know everybody kind of shoots a little differently, but we were shocked. We're absolutely shocked. And then we used this same arrow in Joe's Kodiak, which is a 40-pound bow, but he draws to almost 1.5 inches further than I do, and it's too stiff for him. It's just crazy how riser design and just the way the bow propels this makes a big difference. And so pretty interesting in that. I know a lot of people are going to laugh about it and say, you don't need that. You know, 35.75 or 35.55, excuse me, on a 44-pound bow, no problem. Not for this guy with me. And so you'll see a lot of this guy this summer. We'll do definitely more reviews later, but we had to get this out there. We were on YouTube when we were ordering it up, and we couldn't find anything that was good, showed you what you were getting, and so we had to fill that need for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy watching this, because I'm going to love shooting it all summer. Alright, we're going to take a couple of shots just so you can get a rough idea sound-wise, how it looks. Maybe you'll get a little profile when we pull it back. This is currently set at 7-inch for brace height, recommended 6 3/4. We're going to play with it all summer. Kind of tune it back and forth. 7 seems to be a pretty good spot right now for me, especially going that recurve to this longbow and changing the grip and everything. We're gonna play though, and this is, like I said, this is a GT Trad 55-75, but just a couple of shots so you can hear what it sounds like. You know what recurves sound like. Historically, they say that longbows are going to be quieter, because all you have is the strings only touching here. You don't have any slap, especially with the fast flight. We aren't getting really any stretch on this at all. And so we'll take a couple of shots. We're pretty close here though on the block, so you'll hear the arrow hit the block. But like I said, we'll get a profile. You can kind of see the release and that sort of stuff here. So we'll throw 3 down range here for you real quick. And so that's 3 shots. We don't have any silencers. There's absolutely nothing done to make this bow any quieter. And like I said, 7-inch brace height. Nock set, I believe, is a 1/4 inch, just for these arrows right here. And we get pretty good nock consistency with the bear shaft on that. But pressure does make a big difference on this handle. And so if you are someone like myself that's going from the recurve to this, it might take a little longer than you think, but I guarantee it's going to be worth it, and I'm going to have a heck of a good time, like I said, building a relationship with this guy here. Alright guys, we're going to shoot just a couple more. We're actually going to do a quick comparison noise-wise. Same arrow between the Great Northern here and the Kodiak. So let's do one shot with this, and then we'll switch over to Joe's bow, take a shot with that. I said both of these are bare. We don't have anything to silence them down, but longbow, recurve, same arrow, same weight, same drum. So first up, we'll do the Great Northern here. And we'll do a quick switch. And so now this is the Kodiak, and I'm not exactly sure brace height what Joe's rocking here, but like I said, this thing's tuned and this thing shoots bear shafts really well.
7 3/4.
Ooh, Joe gives us a 7 3/4, so a 3/4 difference brace height between A and B here. So here we go. Let's see what we can do with this guy here.